Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a leak. Marabi might actually be a playable card next expansion. Let's get into it.
Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and there has been apparently a major leak. It's only one apparent card, but Out of Cards has posted here a link to and now since taken down article from Eurogamer Italy that has apparently leaked a legendary card for Shaman in the upcoming Alterac Valley expansion. We have not had confirmation yet, but let's just go with disclaimers right out the gate, by the way. We have not had confirmation yet that Alterac Valley will be the next expansion. We do not know if this leak is real in any way, because how can we possibly know? And that's, take it for what it is. And if you don't want to be spoiled on potential new cards from the next expansion and all of that, then I advise not watching the rest of this video. But yeah, we're gonna go over a leaked legendary card, what it could mean for the entire Shaman class, because it seems to be defining what the class could be doing and all that stuff, and also why maybe it's not real, why there's some, I don't know, alarm bells going off. We'll have to wait and see, of course. It's all speculation, but it's fun to take part on. So yeah, Out of Cards has linked this. I'll link this below if you want to check it out. Eurogamer Italy leaks the first Alterac Valley Hearthstone card. Legendary free synergy for Shamans. That's right. As I alluded to in the intro, Marabi, one of the worst legendaries ever, might be seeing some meta play in Wild, at least, depending on how good these synergies will be. So yes, so if you try and go to this Eurogamer article, by the way, oops, it's been taken down, which is kind of a red flag that it probably is more likely to be real and was not meant to go up. There was a translation taken from it, and yes, I'm holding off on showing the card because we gotta build anticipation. But no, I want to go over why I think it might not be real. Just one throwaway line here that just, I don't know, maybe it's not real. They translated the article, it was in Italian, that Blizzard hasn't been talked about particularly well lately. It just feels weird that they're going to give a card reveal to a site that's going to basically talk about the huge scandal that hit it. We've discussed it far and wide. It's evolution, the modification of names and costumes of characters. It's like the whole McCree thing in Overwatch. But yeah, like the sexual harassment lawsuit, all this stuff. It's funny that they would bring this up in their article that's supposed to like leak this card. So that's my one thing where I'm like, maybe this isn't real, because Blizzard's not really open for talking about things that critical about them, at least not lately. But I don't know, maybe they've seen the light and they're open to a little bit more criticism lately. It's not like they weren't innocent of these things. And anyways, they talk about the card game therefore continues to be updated, even with new cards, and exclusively we can show you one dedicated to Barroso Glacius. The White Wolves and Pickaxers have claimed the Vale. Little did they know they were trampling on the frozen kingdom of Barroso Glacius. Whisper tales of his majesty ran through the ranks. Most dismissed them as bad jokes. Those who listened could seek her out in the treacherous wilderness of Alterac. So yes, Alterac, which we talked about being the expansion. So what is this card? I am dragging this along. I am making you wait, because the anticipate, it's right here. It's right here. This is they don't have a real translation for the name of the card. I'm assuming it's something like the Glacius, whatever. I don't know the characters. I'm terrible. I didn't play Warcraft. Don't shame me. But yes, it's not going to be called Fluffy Frostbear, but the card should do roughly what it's translated to. So it is a 7/6/6 elemental, 7 mana 6/6 elemental. Not particularly the greatest in stats or anything. However, the battle cry is insane. For each frost spell you have cast this game, summon a 3/4 elemental that freezes. 3/4. It's not like a 1/1 or 2/2. It's very, I guess, Sociologist Militia reminiscent, where they would get 3/3s with rushes. This is 3/4 with freezes, which is, it's more stats, you get more health, but you don't get the proactive rush effect. But a lot of elementals with freeze, but this is a lot better in Shaman than it would be in a Demon Hunter. We'll go into why in a second here. So yeah, that's the Shaman legendary card, at least we think it is. They even show the original translation here, because you see the actual icon. Every expansion has like its own unique icon on the card. You can kind of see it here. You can go check out the site, maybe blow up the image a bit more, but you can see the Alterac Valley or whatever, Alterac Valley logo there. So that's the supposed new icon. So yes, the fluffy frost bear, that, I mean, that in itself, you play like what, 2 frost spells, that's a really good card. That is, you're getting 6/8 on top of a 6/6 in stats. And what makes it so good in Shaman in comparison to like Demon or Sociologist Militia is we just got recent Brilliant Macaw, where you could play this elemental and then play a Brilliant Macaw and then another Brilliant Macaw, and every time you're gonna get a full board full of elementals that freeze. That is pretty incredible, as well as, I mean, wild synergies. I mean, you don't have to look too much further than Shudderwalk in casting this again, getting more elementals. There's tons of synergies, but I was noticing one thing. If you look in standard and you look for frost spells in Shaman, there are none. There are actually 0 frost spells in Shaman, which means this card will be 100% dependent on whatever frost spells they were to introduce in this expansion. And typically a class might get 2 or 3 spells maximum. So if they're not good, it's just not going to see play. You need, you know, the proper support for it. But if we've seen in recent times when Blizzard wants an archetype to work, they make ridiculously good cards. And if you're wondering about Wild, are there frost spells that are pretty good there? There's some decent ones. You have Frost Shock, not amazing, not terrible. It's only 1 damage, but it can go face. Invocation of Frost is really good in Galakron Shaman. This card was so good it got nerfed to 2 mana back in the day, then reverted eventually. So that would be good. Maybe a Galakron Elemental Shaman with this card. You have some real stinkers like Cryostasis and Avalanche, and then you have Ice Fishing, which you might think isn't particularly amazing. However, in Shaman, you have Firemance or Flurgle, and you can combo that up with a Toxfin. You guys probably know that combo pretty well in Wild, that you could definitely justify running that, and then it's a frost spell that counts towards your legendary. So overall, this seems like a very powerful card, and one thing that I will note that makes me a bit happier is it's kind of a late game card. It's 7 mana. We haven't seen a lot of powerful cards that cost like less than what, 5 or 6 these days. Like, it's very rare lately to see more expensive minions, and maybe we're gonna get more expensive late game stuff with insane payoffs. That would be great. I would love to see it. And overall, I'm pretty excited. You know, this card looks really cool if it's real. And well, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you think this card is real? Do you think Free Shaman is back on the menu? Do you think Marabi can see play? No, even if this is good, Marabi is just so freaking bad. But regardless, pretty cool card. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see if it's real in the upcoming weeks when the expansion is inevitably announced and we eventually find out the cards. But hey, I thought it'd be a lot of fun to go over a supposed leak, because well, leaks are pretty cool. So there you go. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.